Hello, good morning, everyone. Happy morning to you guys. Happy to come your way. We're going to talk about what's happening on Capitol Hill, the latest U.S. immigration news. And the latest news isn't too good. It's not good news, but we still have to talk about it so that we know what's going on um, with the path to legalization of the many undocumented immigrants. So, as you guys know, was the first plan that was proposed by the Democrats in Senate was rejected. So they came up with a second plan. Welcome, guys. I see you people trooping in. Good morning to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the page on both YouTube and on Facebook, AK Poku Law. Thank you so much for joining in. So yes, the first plan that was proposed by the Democrats was rejected by the Senate Parliamentarian. The Democrats came up with a plan B, again, concerning budget reconciliation. So the whole point was to include immigration reform as part of the budget reconciliation package. So the first one, as we know, was rejected, and they came up with a plan B. The plan A was rejected, and they came up with a plan B, and the plan B was to change the registry date. We discussed that in an extensive video last week. And that plan B was proposed again to the Senate parliamentarian on Tuesday, and yesterday she rejected the proposal, citing the same reason that she cited in the first budget reconciliation proposal. So basically, she still says that the registry strategy would still be a major policy change that would dwarf the budgetary impact of trying to legalize all these people to get green cards. So let's take a look at this, and then we'll talk some more about it and understand her reasoning. Okay, so here I'm sharing my screen. Guys, drop me your comments, say hi to me, let me see you and know where you're watching from. Okay, so President Joe Biden's immigration agenda suffered another blow Wednesday, that's yesterday, as the Senate parliamentarian rejected a plan that could have created a pathway to citizenship for millions of undocumented immigrants. Okay, so yes, so the proposal basically, as I said, was to include a date change to the immigration registry, and simply put, the registry is a way to get a green card if you have been here since or before January 1st, 1972. So they intended to shift the date to 2010 so that they could legalize all the people that have been in the United States and don't have legal status. So if you had been here, if you came into the US before January 2010 and you've continuously resided and you don't have legal status, or you are undocumented, then you could have, regularized your status or gotten a green card through the process. However, it was rejected. So here it is. The Immigration Registry was created under the Registry Act of 1929, and that created a process for immigrants to apply for a green card. Okay. So as I said, you have to, number one, have maintained continuous presence in the US. And of course, you should be of good moral character before January 1st, 1972. So then what the Democrats did was to present the plan to the parliamentarian that, look, let's just change the date from 1972. Let's bring it forward to 2010 so that all the people who have been here before 2010 would, get legal status. Okay. So as we discussed extensively in the last video, I think last week, there were going to be about a rough estimate of 6.7 million people who would have been eligible for to obtain their green cards if this plan had worked or the parliamentarian had agreed to it. But unfortunately, she did not. So let's just scroll down and see what is going on. Please bear with me. Let me pull this down. Okay, so we have a comment from Janet Davis. Janet, good morning. Let me pull this off in the meantime. Good morning, Janet. I hope you are doing great. Janet says, good morning. It's just not going to happen. I don't know why they keep taking us on this roller coaster. Like there's a big plan and we are all praying, and then boom, everything scatters, and then there's another plan B, and we are praying and it looks promising, and then boom, everything scatters, and then they're backed up against the wall. So who knows? I don't know. It's really difficult. I mean, we all anticipated that it was going to be difficult because remember that people that hate immigrants, so they're not going to just allow this to happen. And fine, there are others who also not necessarily hate immigrants, but are not in favor of amnesties. Like they don't think that undocumented people should be rewarded. And there are others also who say that, well, they are pro-immigrants, but they just want things to be done the proper way to, protect Americans. So I guess there are just various reasons why this seems really hard. Okay, so well, let's go back to, thank you so much for your comments. Let's go back to this. Let me see. Did I okay, I think this looks fine. Let me open this up right here. Okay, so Democrats are not planning immediately to reconvene to discuss Plan B. Plan C, of course. Plan A backfired. That was the, including immigration reform through the budget reconciliation process. Plan B was updating the registry date again through through the budget reconciliation process. That backfired, and so now we need a Plan C. I mean, of course, this has been a big blow again to Democrats, so they have to grieve. They have to grieve for a while, and then do a major comeback with a very solid plan that is going to, jump or pass all these loopholes, or be able to jump all these hurdles, survive all these shoot downs from the Parliamentarian, of course, and from the Republicans as well. So this is the second setback Democrats are facing trying to include immigration in the reconciliation package. Okay, so yeah, let's backtrack. We're doing a legal throwback here. So earlier this month, Senate Parliamentarian, again, Elizabeth McDonough, rejected including a pathway to citizenship for dreamers, farm workers, and essential workers in the reconciliation package. It's really surprising because these people, I mean, when they present it as, dreamers, farm workers, essential workers, you would think that they would have some compassion and say that, I mean, these people, because of course the dreamers were brought in as children before they turned 18. Some of them 6 years old, 3 years old, 2 years old. They had no idea. They didn't know what was happening. Their parents brought them, and they happened to be undocumented. Farm workers, they break their backs in the sun farming and, trying to create food and vegetables. They farm all these things for us. So you would think that they would have some compassion towards these people who are undocumented and feeding America and helping them, just providing nutrition for Americans. And then essential workers who, are in the hospitals and, home care, cleaning, in grocery stores, all those essential workers. You would also think that people are going to be like, the senators are going to understand and say that, look, let's legalize for these very important people. But it's really surprising. It still hasn't worked. The parliamentarian, who happened again to be a former immigration attorney herself, has said no, not happening. She said it just the budgetary impact is dwarfed by the major policy change. So she does not think that something as major as immigration reform should be part of a budget reconciliation. Remember that the Senate parliamentarian is the one that makes sure that the rules of the Senate are followed. Okay, so let me, what's happening to my, okay, good. My screen was fooling a little bit. Okay, so when asked about the parliamentarian's ruling, so the White House secretary, who's Jen Psaki, says that they are committed to getting immigration reform done. One thing that really excites me is it looks like the White House and the Democrats are very determined to get immigration reform done. You know how great it is when you're disadvantaged or you have all the odds stacked against you, or something looks like it's not happening, and somebody who's in power is determined to help you. It's one of the best feelings in the world because you know that somebody's got your back. So it doesn't make it seem too bleak because you know there's a powerful force fighting on behalf of this cause. So that makes it, a little bit reassuring. I mean, imagine if both the Democrats and the Republicans were like, no, we're not interested in passing immigration reform. That would be half the battle lost. Well, almost all the battle lost. But now we have one side who is in favor of immigration reform. So there's still a lot of hope. There is still some, well, I wouldn't say a lot of hope, but there is still some hope. Because once this opportunity passes, I don't know when again. So Congress has struggled to pass immigration reform for decades. With the last major reform that was passed in 1986. I've discussed this also in another video where Reagan passed an immigration reform bill. The last comprehensive bill, sponsored by a group of bipartisan senators, was brought up in 2013, where it passed in the Senate but died in the House. Oh my gosh, that's the problem. As I tell you guys, always when they're trying to pass any law, according to Article 1 of the U.S. Constitution, passing laws is the prerogative of Congress, and Congress is made up of the House of Representatives and the Senate. So after it passes through the House, it has to go through Senate. If it goes through Senate, it goes through the House. And some bills originate from the House, some from Senate. So it just depends on what type of bill it is and whatever. But it has to go through both chambers of Congress. So it's really difficult. It's really difficult to try to get some of these things passed. Hold on. Let me just scroll up some more. Okay, right here. Let's just scroll down here. And then I'll take some comments from you guys about, what your thoughts are, what you think they can do. I mean, how you are keeping hope alive. Okay, so right here. Yeah, let me just go through this very interesting. Oh gosh. Okay, so my screen keeps going in and out. Okay, so let's continue here. So earlier this year, the House passed two bills. Of course, we discussed that also. I discussed the Citizenship Act. We were so excited about it. That would provide a pathway to citizenship for DACA people. And yes, so that DACA, that's for the dreamers. That's a program that allows undocumented people who were brought into the country as children to stay. And then also for farm workers, I explained that. They passed it, but the bill hasn't been brought up in Senate. So that's kaput. I mean, like, if it's not brought up in Senate and voted upon, and, then it's like it's almost dead, right? Okay, so the White House person said that Congress wants to look at what other options are available to get immigration reform passed. They said they are committed to getting this. So, I mean, that's really good. So hopefully. So let's see which other important thing. I think we're almost at the end of this document. I'm sorry, for some reason, my screens have been separated. I don't even know why this happens, but yeah, let me just scroll down here. So I always have to. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. We are done with what we should be discussing. That's the news, guys. That's the unfortunate news. So the plan A didn't work. Plan A didn't work. That was a budget reconciliation, LPR proposal. And then plan B also has backfired as a registry proposal. I don't know what plan C is going to be. They have to come together. The legal brains have to come together and brainstorm and then try to find a strategy to regularize millions of undocumented people in the US. Okay, so let me. So we have Johnny Richard Nelson is Rich says hello Johnny. He says God bless you, thank you, God bless you too, amen. He said glory and push it. Thank you so much for all your comments. Danielle David Cortez says it will be difficult to go through his life from Manassas. So yeah, you're right here in the hood. Yes, it will be difficult, but it's not impossible. It's certainly not impossible. yeah, it looks really difficult. And I mean, this was anticipated. I mean, if anybody thought that it was going to be a very soft fight, clearly it was going to be it's going to be, and it was going to be a very challenging fight. So I guess it's going through the course of what we expected. So that's fine. I mean, we just have to wait to see what the next strategy of the Democrats will be, and we see if is there any other way out for undocumented immigrants. Janet, well, there is. I mean, I don't know about a mass amnesty plan, because that looks like it's really delaying and is facing a lot of challenges. But some undocumented people are able to regularize. And I remember when this U.S. Citizenship Act 2021 came out, I had lots of people call me like, "Oh, can I cancel my VAWA application that I filed? I'm getting married to a U.S. citizen. I just think I'll just wait and then do the U.S. Citizenship Act gets regularized through the government." I'm like, and I warn them, I'm like, no, don't cancel anything, because with these politics, it takes a while, and you never know. You never know. So there are other ways for undocumented immigrants. There certainly are other ways. You can regularize through many other ways, through family, through other visas like the U visa, the T visa. I've discussed them all on various videos. But yes, it's very tough. It's truly very tough. But I'm hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that they will come up with something really good for millions of undocumented people who have really sacrificed for everybody. I think they will reward them in some way. So let's see what happens. Let's just wait and see what happens. But again, if you qualify for any other thing, please don't hesitate to file it. Don't rely on these politicians. For those who feel like, oh, they don't have any way to qualify, that's different. But if you do have a leeway to some to obtain your green card, please pursue that, and don't put all your eggs into this congressional basket, because it's just too risky. Okay. So guys, yes, I just came your way to discuss this with you. Unfortunately, plan B also failed. What is going to be plan C? We'll keep our ears on the ground, and hopefully I will come back and discuss some good news. Who knows? Okay. So guys, have a wonderful today is Thursday. For some reason I thought it was Friday. Have a wonderful Thursday, and please take care until I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.